Why all the long faces? Doctor misused the forceps at birth. It's always darkest before the dawn. Meaning, if you want to pistol whip some goons, toilet paper the chairman's house, or save your partner, now's the time to do it.
Excuse me, who are you?
Someone who doesn't run her mascara because my employer thinks I'm expendable. Hell, I know I am. Pest. I like that. Hard to kill, keeps coming back. Special Agent Nick Shields.
Really?
Only one person ever called me Nicolette. A kick to the throat took care of that. Mama talks pretty good now with a voice box.
Let me see it. The way you handled.
Yeah, I'm in the booth next to Pete Rose. Bring your checkbook. Can it, Urkel? What else? Indigo. Yeah, but I don't hold a grudge. Long as I get to pull his still beating heart out with my bare hands. No organ pulling? Hope that hasn't been too rough on you. Nah. I'm off the clock. I heard you guys were after him, and I want in on the action. Fine. Stick to company policy. While you're at it, why don't you pick out what you're gonna wear to your friend's funeral? This dirtbag. You can work with me or against me. I suggest you pick door number 1. Smart choice. Considering if you decided to work against me, I'd have to kill you. I'm kidding. Probably. So this is where Indigo kept all the contraband critters.
A northwest spotted owl. Ah, it must have gotten away.
Ooh, now that's good eating. Yeah. I was chasing down some eco-terrorists in the field, got hungry, and I bagged me an owl. What's a big deal? Well, I can see why. Tasting like that. Bald eagle and a California condor.
Right? I mean, how can anyone ever do anything that grotesque?
That was 2 hours down the crapper.
So why did you bring us up to the roof, Deeds?
Of course. You said when they kidnapped Cassie, then you did a floor-to-floor search of the building down to the street, right?
Right.
The reason they just disappeared is because they didn't go down. They went up. Indigo has his own stealth helicopter. In Secret Squirrel.
Swell up and close off. I'm doing a search in the area to find anyone who's treated for it in the last 6 months.
Agent Shields.
And
Gee, good thing I didn't wear my atomic heat-seeking pasties. No smoke, no drink. What the hell do you guys do around here to blow off a little steam? Play charades? Okay, then. Look, Osmonds, just chill out, all right? It's Nesty. I'm on the wagon. Getting up next to no-name pierced comet-snorting mercenaries whose scars had scars, and you know the type. I stand corrected. Speaking of dating, you're kind of cute. In that I gotta run home and iron my socks kind of way. Or is this also a sex-free environment?
I have to go do some espionage thingies.
Like what? Nah, sometimes I have really off days.
Everyone in this business has heard of you and all the amazing things you're doing.
Please tell me this train of thought has a caboose.
over the last 6 months. A quadriplegic.
I guess we know who to rough up.
No electronic alarms or trips. Or we could just do it your way.
Lucas Winter?
Hey.
Good. Nick, softening him up for a little Q&A. My favorite part of the job. No one else here and no more swag. Let me try asking him a few questions. I like to start an interrogation by reading the suspect his rights. I find that I get the best results when I do this by the book. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say will probably be used against you. Anything you don't say might just piss me off. The only thing that won't be used against you is my cattle prod because it's in the shop. You know, to quote Regis, is that your final answer?
Feel better, baby. How about now?
Nick!
You can't tell us anything if you break his jaw.
Sure he can. It's just a little harder to understand. Pain or pleasure, lover?
Nick! Stop!
That's it, we're going to plan B.
You've tried the stick, we'll try the carrot.
I don't think Bugs wants a carrot just now. Listen, I did some research on the Naso-Sapari syndrome. What triggers it is stress.
Hitting and kissing and hitting.
And more hitting?
Studley there's got about 2 minutes before we start calling him Indigo. Indigo, Blue. Come on, guys, this is the A material. Pink, he can talk. I'll give him his medicine. That sound like a bad thing.
Nick, this is torture.
Torture? Nah. Recovering for a month in a hospital bed after a job, losing the remote and having to sit through a TV land marathon of the Wayans brothers. Now that's torture. Oops. I knew there was something I forgot to look for.
This isn't funny.
How about a priest, a rabbi, and a one-legged hooker in a rowboat? What's the rush? He's got at least another 20, 30 seconds.
That's it, I'm loosening the tie.
I'm ordering Chinese.
You guys like Kung Pao?
What? A little louder, honey. Breathe easy, folks. Split this 3 ways, it'll still put me in another tax bracket.
It'll also put you in another career.
Oh, come on. You've never helped yourself to a little extra You know, we're a lot more alike than you might think. Used to this team thing. Gets pretty old talking to myself. You don't have her yet.
Endangered animals, furs.
Can't pick, can't kick. What are Salt and Pepper gonna do? Why send us to this place? That goon you wanted me to... He just signed your friend's death warrant. You gotta go into this with an or what. As in, or what's gonna happen to me. This time you think he wants to play games? Let him go towards the light. Too bad. You could use a designated hitter. Have it your way. Can't wait to see how they do it in the minors.
One more time. Where is Indigo?
Hey, bad. What a famous philosopher. Duh. I mean, death. Is that a great or... Fine. I'll be as quiet as that little guy in Penn and Teller. And so will Cue Ball there. Give him an incentive plan. The smart thing, finally. Can. Either he croons or he croaks. Ooh. And she whiffs at the plate. This won't take long. I'm a speed gloater.
Anyway, in the last 2 years... Although I must say, this...
Okay.
This isn't good. We might get recognized. 30 seconds.
The material is made from 100% Love Canal polyester and is guaranteed to make...
It's okay, okay? We know how valuable you are and how you feel about us. And Jack, we're not going anywhere.
And I think...
Oh, good idea. How about on something that doesn't have a bomb on it? Good idea.
Taxi!
It's just the age-old story of a man and a woman trying to preserve their relationship through the miracle of refrigeration.
Just ice, thanks.
Of hay dropping out of the loft of a barn and snapping his neck. That happens.
He can't damage any major organs when he dies, or they might not be able to bring him back. His planning on injecting himself with something.
He's thought of everything. He put all their things.
Next 5,687 episodes of Yes, Dear. They were very close, which is why we have to be careful about what we say. You know, their relationship's on ice.
That they froze their assets.
Sex is out, she's frigid, and he's...
Yeah, I get the picture.
And we were just warming up.
I don't know. He didn't seem like the kind of guy who'd get cold feet.
Cool to the notion.
He'd give his girlfriend the cold shoulder.
Darn, I forgot how much fun it was to stoop.
And you're saying he doesn't even think of it as killing himself. He's just hitting the pause button for a while, kind of freeze-framing his life. What, I don't get to try one? I mean, neither of them...
I got it.
We know, and we're hoping you don't give it to us.
Shane asked me to look in the cryogenics lab when she's with Kelly, and get this. It was secretly bought a year ago by none other than Henry Harrington.
Maybe I can find out. I ran a con on him a couple of years ago. I spent some time in his house. I didn't sleep with him, Jack. I just pretended to work for a disabled veterans charity and robbed him of $500,000.
Sheesh, some people always think the worst.
Okay, fine.
Don't usually allow this on the first date.
Actually, Cassie Stanton, charity worker, met March 25th, 1999. Convinced me you were enamored of me before making off with a large amount of my money.
Was that you? Well, you're not exactly known for offering women certain things they want. Commitment. Commitment, you know, when you say goodbye to someone and then actually see them again on purpose. The kind of comment that puts men a step below women on the evolutionary ladder. Make that 2 steps.
On the other hand, I live in a bubble.
I knew there was something different about this place.
I'm intrigued.
Truth is, I'm planning on buying a giant bubble for myself, and I wanted to know where you got yours.
Eventually, it got to the point where... So, I had this built throughout the top floor. A controlled, sterile environment. Keeps anything out I don't want in. Can't count on this thing protecting me forever, can I?
Thing has happened to him. If you've touched him, you'll have me to deal with. You hear me? We have to get out of here. We have to find him. I told him to wait at our house. I told him to wait.
You probably went after the doctor.
No, I went back there to find out. Next thing I know, I get knocked out and end up here. Kelly, he's like a little kid. He trusts everybody. I don't know what he would do with a lie like this.
This is what you do when you live alone in a bubble. You play with yourself.
I think I'm catching Dee Dee's cold.